obviously you, like, I think if I'm right in saying, you know, I've got some bullet points, but I remember, like, just from like watching Sky Sports and stuff like that, I remember you like signing for Arsenal for about, it was definitely less than 10, was it?
Yeah, no, it was five.
Yeah. So, like, coming from Cardiff, like, why Arsenal? Was Wenger appalled? Was he?
Yeah, no. You know, it was sort of happened so quickly as well at Cardiff. I broke into the first. I played the final game of the season before, and then I had a pre-season, went off with the first team, played, and then we went on this mad cup run, got all the way to the final, and then that was it. Then after, it was sort of done within the year. So all my life I've been trying to achieve this of playing for Cardiff, and then the next thing I know, then I'm walking into a dressing room with the likes of Fabregas, Gallas, Torre. You know, I'm just like, what's going on here? I just felt out of place. But no, they were really cool guys. You know, made you feel really welcome and stuff like that. But still, like, you have to pinch yourself. And yeah, Wenger, like, he was a massive pull. He was, you know, he gave youngsters opportunities. He talked me through how he saw my career path going and how he wanted to improve me, what I need to improve on. He brought me straight into the first team to train, you know, every day with these sort of world-class players, and he believed in me. So I just felt really wanted and felt like he made the most effort to try and secure me.
And to be fair, that could be said for a lot of players around your era. He was like a pioneer, really, in that, bringing in young lads, yourself and Jack Wilshere and so many, and he did it for a long time after that, like Benicaphobe, and I mean, the list goes, when it comes to Wenger, the list of young lads breaking into the first team goes on and on.
Yeah.
Which is insane when you think about it. And then, so what year was that?
2008, I think.
And then,
so how old would you been then?
2008. You're
still in school then?
You're 29, eh?
Yeah.
So I'm 27 this year. So you're only a couple of years older than me, Aaron. Get down, okay? Get down.
Yeah. So 17, you'd have been 15.
Yeah, I was just about to go for the X Factor.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Which is mad. Madness.
Yeah, so you've experienced it all the same as well, being thrown into the deep end at such a young age.
Yeah, and that's why I think these kinds of conversations are good, because you never really get to hear like two people that have done a similar thing talk about it. Obviously, I'm a massive football fan. I assume in some shape or form you're a music fan, whether it be mine or not. That's a different story. But I like to know the ins and outs of how you get to places and, you know, and things like that. But very interesting. And then you broke your leg in 2010, no?
Yeah. Broke my leg.
I'm sorry to bring it up.
No, it's okay. Yeah, that, you know, I just started sort of playing regularly in the first team and playing well, and yeah, that happened, and you know, it just knocks you for six, sort of thing. You know, you just think, why me? Why's it happened?
I mean, to be fair to you, it was against Stoke City, so you probably probably should have expected it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you knew that, especially against Arsenal as well. That was their game.
Oh.
Kick lumps out of them. Throw the ball is like every throw into the area. You know, set pieces.
Was the lap playing in the time? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He might have been. Yeah,
it might have been just after that. Actually.
Oh, was it just after? Actually,
yeah, I think he was just after.
I think the season before he set up 2 goals from throw-ins.
And everyone was banging on about the lap throw again. I was a Derby fan. We've had him throwing it in for years. With the minute he left, we got relegated. No, but like Arsenal are a team that could absolutely pass you to death. And they're surely a job. If you're a Tony Pulis type character, your job is to get on them from minute one.
Yeah, I think especially when we're playing away as well. It was difficult for us to go to certain grounds, but yeah, that happened, and I was fearing for my career. Yeah, I was only 19 at the time, so I was thinking that
it was a big break. That wasn't a double.
Yeah, so I broke my fib and tib, and yeah, it was. All of these things. I'm in the ambulance. All of these things are going through my mind. Am I ever going to be able to walk again? Run, play. I've done all of this, and I've only just begun sort of my career. And then after a few days, then you settle down a bit, and then you get all the experienced doctors and specialists and things calming you down and saying, "Don't worry, you will make a full recovery" and stuff. So it was nice as well. You have messages as well from other people who have had similar injuries, and
anyone in particular?
Cisse.
Oh yeah,
Cisse, he messaged me. So he had a couple, didn't he? So yeah, I had loads from all different types as well, like sports. There's a Formula One driver as well. Yeah, it was nice as well. Like, it's to be reassured again that you will come back.
When you
have you had any injuries?
Yeah, I've got this bad boy from in it.
Wow. How'd you do that?
I've got basically a genetic thing in both legs where my kneecap doesn't sit into its groove very well on both sides, and it just before I had the operation in 2014, I dislocated my knee about 8 times.
Oh yeah.
Got a kick playing football one day, and then my knee went out and just kept going out and out. And I remember walking down Oxford Street trying to turn into Top Man or something, and took the sharp turn, and my knee went out in the middle of Oxford Street. And so honest to God, just loose, elasticated, and I've only got little legs. Don't take the piss. And I ended up having to go over to Colorado and had my knee done over there. But yeah, it was like any sort of injury. I think because we're so used to seeing football players get injured, we just say, it's fine. He'll be back in 8 months or whatever. And you don't see what goes on the inside. And I was lucky enough that I got to do my rehab at Chelsea. I spent every day for 4 or 5 months down there, and different experience altogether, but a good one. But yeah, no, it's a shame that at such a young age. You went on loan at the time, no?
Yeah, to your rivals. To your rivals first.
Well, I didn't want to talk about that, but if you must bring it up.
But that didn't go to plan. So yeah, I went back.
How long did you last at Forest?
So it was just a month, but about 3 games got called off because of snow, because it was mad snow and stuff. So
you're better off.
Yeah, but I went back to Cardiff then. Do you know? I was thinking I went to Forest as well because I knew one of my best mates used to play there, so he was convincing me to go there. Chris Gunter was there, he was like, "No, come, you'll love it, you'll play." So he convinced me to go there, but yeah, and then I didn't manage to play as many games as I would have liked because I needed the games. I needed to get some sort of confidence back in my leg again, making a few tackles and stuff like that. So then I thought, do you know what? I just want to go back to Cardiff now, go home. I wanted to at the beginning, but then I thought, I don't want to go back and it to be, a failure or something like that. But I went back and we did well. I think I played 6 games and, we won 4 and drew 2. So I was happy with that.
That's a good loan spell, if you ask me. And then obviously, what by the way, what did you think of the Championship?
The Championship's tough league. I think,
tell me about it.
Yeah, it's so many games. There's so many teams that are, fighting for their lives. There's every game is a fight. You get the few teams that are, I haven't played there for a while, but when I was there, you get a few teams that try and play at home, but then away from home, they're launching balls and things like that. So, it's very unpredictable. I think it's just a grind as well to, you know, every week in, week out, you have to keep trying to produce and just trying to get 3 points, no matter how you're playing. And yeah, it's difficult. It's a difficult league.
And also, yeah, you literally have, like, if you ever had to have depth in squad, it has to be in the Championship. Like, to try and get yourself promoted, you at least have to have mid-20s, like, players, 25 players.
Yeah, of course. There's so many games.
It is madness. And then you obviously went back to Arsenal when the leg felt good, and then it took off. Then you took off.
Yeah, it was that was nice because went back there then, and got a start then against Man United, and that's when I really felt like I was back. When I scored the winner against Man United, you know, one of the biggest games of the season for us. And
I can see the smile on your face now. You still have to be on it.
Yeah, because that was like a moment for me where I felt like that I'm back from this and I'm good. Like, so that was such a sort of it hold a special place for me, where that was the moment where, you know, everything was going to be all right again.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously you needed a couple of loan spells to trust your leg again. Trying to go in and a couple of tackles in the Championship must have been a bit nervous. And then to go back and score against United, and then you won the cup that year, didn't you?
Yeah. So no,
a couple of years after that, maybe.
No, it was a couple of years after that.
Yeah. It took you about a year to get back, maybe, was it, or so, and then a couple of loan spells. Yeah.
So yeah, it was about a 10-month injury where I was back fully fit to train, and then went out on loan and stuff. And then it took me a good year and a half, 2 years. I know I said that was the moment where I felt like, yeah, I'm back and I could play again. But it took me to get my confidence back, my feel back, the rhythm and everything. It took me a year or a year and a half really to fully trust myself.
So that happened in 10. You're talking about a couple of years after that, maybe a bit longer than that, but then with the loan spell. So you're back at Arsenal maybe end of 13 or?
No, so that, like, when was that? 2010, 2011. I was back then, 2012, 13.
Yeah, right.
I think. And then 13, 14 then was the season when I really it kicked off.
You won the cup that year.
Yeah, that was the year when we won the cup, yeah.
Literally, so hold on, you won the cup that year. Do you not you scored in that? You scored in that final. You scored in 2 finals out of 3.
Yeah.
Scored against Chelsea, scored against them.
Yeah. So yeah, that season was just, you know, everything I hit was going in. When you're in that bubble, is the best place ever to be, because, you know, everything just seems to be dropping into your path or going your way or wherever. And yeah, we was top of the league. We were, you know, Champions League and things like that. And then Christmas time, I got injured, and then I tried to get back as quickly as possible because I was in such good the best form of my career. I was like, I need to get back. We're top of the league. I need to help. I need to do everything I can to get back out there as quickly as possible. And then I had a few setbacks, and a 6-week injury probably was what it was. Ended up taking about 3 months because I just had a couple of setbacks. And then, so I missed the Champions League games. We didn't finish top of the league. But we managed to get to the FA Cup final, and then obviously to score the winner, that was just unbelievable.
Ramsey!
Because we waited so long as well to win some silverware. So,
but you went on a bit of a run after that, no?
Yeah, well, we won a few FA Cups and a few Community Shields and things, you know.
Yes,
but
just a few.
Yeah.
Leave it out. You scored in that one. I remember this because this was the start of the Wenger can only, you know, win the FA Cup and blah blah. People just this was the start of Wenger out period. Yeah. I remember, and I was always such a Wengerman, and I'm sure you are because helped you so much. But you won the cup then the next year. Is that right? 14, 15, 17 were yours.
Yeah. We won it back to back, and then had a break, and then won it again.
Just a quick little 5-minute. Right, let me revert back to my phone for a second. I'm just going, all right, okay. Towards the end in England. This is what I've written down, towards the end in England. So literally I've written that down. So yeah, as you say, there was a two-year on the bounce, then a gap, and then won it in 17. But from what I remember, this was a good one, this one. Because it wasn't like, no disrespect to Hull or Villa. I mean, you're talking Chelsea on May Bank holiday weekend at Wembley Stadium in the sunshine, and a winning goal.
Yeah, that was mad, because Chelsea had just won the league as well, so they're full of confidence. They're on a high. Nobody gave us a chance really, because we hadn't done so well in the league, and yeah, we finished outside the top 4. And yeah, so everybody was like, but we were so determined to get our hands back on that trophy that, we left everything out there that day. It was boiling hot day, but after the game, people were just collapsing on the floor. Like they're emptied. They give absolutely everything. And, I'm a big believer in that, the work that you put in, you need to put in every ounce that you've got to get the rewards. And that day, without question, we deserved it. I think
it was an unbelievable cup. Like, as far as cup finals go in recent years, it was an absolute banger of a game. There's nothing better than seeing like the coaches arrive in on FA Cup day, like the ones that we've watched all our lives ourselves. And then never I think it's lost its piece for some people. But if you're a big football fan like myself or yourself, the FA Cup's never lost its touch. And especially if you've got 3 of the little buggers at home, it must be a nice little feeling.
No, it's the best cup competition. There is, I think, such a big history, and you're pulling up to the hotel the day before and you can see Wembley, the arch, and already the blood's starting to pump, the things are running through your head. You struggle to sleep. You're up until 1, eyes wide open, trying to envision. How'd you say that word?
Envision.
Envisage.
I don't know. Envision, yeah.
So yeah. It's just an amazing day.
Nice. And then obviously bit of a from the outside, a little bit of a strange ending to your Arsenal career, but that's besides the point, because you'll obviously still go down as Arsenal legend. And I'm literally just watching people like the football fans that are in here are popping up with Rambo, Gunner, he's always a gunner, come on you Gunners, all that stuff. Which obviously must be a lovely thing for you. And I watched your speech the day you left, and it was a very emotional thing for you, obviously.
Yeah, that was tough. I wasn't prepared for that. I was just thinking, I'm going to go out there, say my bit, and then I couldn't control anything. It was just pouring out. So, it was. I spent 11 years there. I sort of grew up there when I left. I started at 17. I grew up there. I've been married, had my kids. Been through so much on and off the pitch there that it meant so much to me, that club, and always will. So, yeah.
By the way, as you said that, I literally got goosebumps. Because I think, as I said earlier on in the chat, we just get this perception that footballers, I don't think we all get it, but we don't get to see a lot of footballers and actually get to see them, talk to them personally, and you just get to see them on a Saturday when they're literally in tunnel vision mode, and that's it. But I just find it so interesting. But when you said that got that properly got me, because I supported a team with a very loyal fan base, and the shit that we've been through over the years. We should have been in the Premier League about 8 times in the last 9 seasons. We've never kicked it off, but I understand what it means to Arsenal fans and stuff like that, so I get it. And then how, where, why, all of these questions come. Why Juve? Surely there were multiple clubs coming looking. Sarri pull, you know, the Serie A kicking off at the time. What were the reasons why you went over there?
Well, Juve, you know, is such a massive club, one of the biggest clubs in Europe, and yeah, there were other clubs interested, but you know, again, I just felt most wanted by them, with the history that they have, the players that they have, and they've, you know, the last few years they've done really well in the Champions League, and you know, they're knocking on the doors. So I wanna try and help them, you know, play a part in trying to win the Champions League. So, and they're serial winners as well. Like they win trophy after trophy after trophy. So that's another thing that I wanted to achieve, is to go somewhere and be competing every single season for 2, 3, 4 trophies.
A joke. Like, I mean, like, I'm sure the clubs that were coming looking for you weren't just pony clubs, but I'm sure there were some big clubs. But when you've got that, you can see the last couple of seasons, you can see Italian football like properly make a surge in Europe, especially with the likes of Juve. So I'm sure that was a no-brainer. What's the manager like?
No, he's good. He likes a cigarette.
I tell you, he looks like a proper character, that fella.
No, he's been good. Obviously, he speaks English, so I can talk to him properly. No, it's been good. To be fair, it's a good group of lads as well. A lot of them speak English, so that's been helpful as well, because you know, my Italian's coming on very slowly.
No, I remember you gave a couple of words in your opening press conference.
Yeah, but that was all, you know. I didn't really know anything. I was just memorizing it. But I've had loads of lessons.
Steve McLaren.
What was this like again?
McLaren just started to speak a bit with the Dutch accent.
Yeah, with the S's, yeah.
By the way,
no, it was David Moyes.
David Moyes in Spain, yeah.
What was it?
Joey Barton in France.
And Joey Barton, yeah.
How you say?
No, but I shouldn't be laughing, because I'm just as bad as them at the moment.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
By the way, I just was looking at the bottom of the screen as we were talking about this. Do you know the name Ben Winston? Does it spring to mind?
Sorry?
Ben Winston.
Yeah.
Ben Winston is a good friend of mine. He's quite involved in Arsenal Football Club. He's the executive producer of the Late Late Show with James Corden. Him and James are good.
Okay, yeah.
But he's a very good friend of mine. Good, lovely North London boy.
Yeah.
Huge Arsenal fan. I just seen him pop up there, and he said, "Niall Horan, this is your finest moment out of everything that you've achieved. Aaron Ramsey's interview is your finest moment." By the way, Ben has been very involved in my career over the years for us. So for him to say that,
cheers, Ben.
Come on. But yeah, so like, obviously I'm sure you must be sick of answering the question. But there's some quality players like Dybala or Ronaldo that you get to play like in a midfield role with. Like, surely that must be unbelievable. I mean, you've obviously played with, as you said, like earlier, Torre, you know, Fabregas, etc. Surely at 29, this is like you're like probably in the best physical you've been like in your career, and now you play alongside Dybala and Ronaldo and stuff like that. How's that?
Yeah, we have, like, our squad is, you know, so big and so much quality in it. Is the strength and depth is a joke. We have two, 3 players from most positions, and it's not always easy to try and keep 25 players happy. But we to play alongside Ronaldo, Dybala, most of our team is just sort of amazing, and it's so much easier, when you play with them sort of players who just understand, and who are winners, and who are so technically gifted. Some of the goals that Dybala scored this season have been scary.
He's been off the charts this season.
So, and then you've got Ronaldo, who Ronaldo just scores most games.
What's he like? Like in terms of, and I'm sure you seem to be a bit like this. Like I remember when I was doing my training at Chelsea, and I got to know Frank Lampard quite well, and even at 33, 34, he was pinging free kicks for an hour, hitting penalties. You hear of all these the players that have always been the best have been the ones that have dominated training and trained harder than they would in the game, or every training session was a game. The usual spiel. Is Ronaldo in any way, shape, or form like that?
Yeah, he's sorry, I got a few FaceTimes popping up.
No, don't worry.
But yeah, he's exceptional, athlete. He's first in the gym. He goes through his whole routine first, and then he's out onto the pitches. He's a winner, wants to win every single game, every small-sided game, whatever it is. So then he'll be out there, practicing his free kicks and things like that, and shooting. So,
fair play.
You don't need me to tell you how good or driven he is. He's unbelievable. He's one of the greatest in the history of the game.
I mean, it must be unbelievable to see it on a daily basis. But listen, you've won your fair share yourself.
What do you think of Tottenham? I think you know what I think of them. Who's your favourite mate at Juve? Well, obviously I've known him for a while now and knew him at Arsenal. So Wojciech is somebody who I get on with really well there, and also De Ligt as well. He's somebody who I've got on with really well. So yeah, one of them two at the moment. Getting a lot of Arsenal questions here, which I was expecting, but not this many. What was it like playing in the Arsenal Juve games? Well, that was just one of the games that you always looked out for at the beginning of the season. You know how much it means to everybody at the club, and yeah, we always give absolutely everything on them games. So we had some cracking results against them. Also had some bad results, but they're just great games to be involved in, and you can see the passion and the commitment from the players, how much it means to us. So yeah, we always enjoyed, getting one over them. What do you think of Tottenham? I think you know what I think of them. How is the pizza over here? Well, the pizza, yeah, it's completely different to back at home. So it's amazing, and I try to keep off them. So, but the odd treat now and again is nice to have. How do you train at home? At the moment, we've been given a program. Bit of that. The Tiger King was it. What else do I watch? Money Heist. I'm gonna give the Michael Jordan a watch too now, so I'm gonna start that tonight probably. What Welsh youngster are you most excited about? Wow, I think there's so many brilliant young players coming through at the moment. So we've seen them in our teams, making an impact. Dan James, for example, in the European campaign was brilliant, and he's had a great start to life up in Manchester as well. So him. Harry Wilson, he's had a big impact for Wales as well. Scored some goals, set up goals, there's been a load. There's so many young players now. It used to be us, the young players, coming through, and our tables slowly got smaller and smaller as the years have gone on. So now where we used to take over, 3 tables, I think we've only got, we're just about hanging on to 1 table now. So the future's bright for Wales, and I'm really excited to be a part of that, and to see these younger players coming through as well. What's my what was it like playing with Santi Cazorla? Santi was an incredible, still is an incredible player, and was incredible to play with him. His 2 feet, he was just it would just look so easy for him, so effortless, wriggle out of any tight situation. You think you've got him, and then he'll turn out on his other foot and come out the other way. So, you go down one side and take a corner with 1 foot, go on the other opposite side and take it with the other foot. So he was just so technically gifted, and it's just a joy to play with. He's one of them players who just made it easy to play football with, playing little 1-2s and give and goes and wriggling out of situations. He was a great player, and still is.